Very good morning, guys. My name is Shivraj, and I have started a new series in my YouTube channel that is named as Gen Z JavaScript. So, in this series, we will be learning React.js, Angular, and JavaScript. All the important concepts we will be learning here. And I am a full stack developer with having 10 plus year of experience under my belt. And guys, please subscribe to my channel so that you will be notified for all the upcoming videos. Thank you.
Guys, let's understand throttle in this video. In my previous video, uh, we saw debounce. So if you don't know debounce, please visit my previous video. So how debounce is different than throttle, let's understand. So debounce, we will be using the use cases are where we will be entering something in the input box, like the Google search box, right? So if suppose there we have given 500 millisecond delay, so whenever we are typing, if there is a gap in between when we are typing some characters in the input box, if there is a gap more than 500 milliseconds, so that time it will trigger. And if we are constantly typing fast and there is no gap, so whenever we stop, at that time it will make a single API call. So this is what advantage of debouncing. But this is the throttle. In throttle, what will happen, whatever delay time that we provide, for suppose here also if we provide 500 millisecond, so what it will do, if we are constantly typing also, then in between, in every 500 millisecond, think this as of a set interval. So in every 5 millisecond interval it will fire one API. Okay, to understand it more clear, let's see the real scenario use case. So in real world example, think of a security guard at the door and there are suppose 1,000 people standing outside, right, ready to go inside. So even if they are trying to get inside, like they are thinking 10 people can go at once, but no, guard is only allowing one person in every 2 seconds. So this is a throttle. So in every 2 seconds, guard is allowing only one person to enter the building. So if 50 people try in those 2 seconds, only the first one gets through until the next slot. So this is the real example. I hope now you are able to understand what we are going to learn in this video. These are very good notes. You can go through it. Line by line explanation is also there. So whatever we missed, anything in between that you can find out through these notes. And also please do comment if you think something you can share. So let's start throttle. Now you know, and the use case is use case will be when you are doing a scrolling, right? At that time, because scrolling will fire multiple events. So at that time, we want to limit it. Like in every 1 second, we want one trigger. So at that time, so these are the use cases. So yeah. So let's start with throttle. So in this throttle, first for in line number one, we have React, and then we have use effect coming from React package. Okay, and then on line number three, we have created a function that is throttle, and throttle is taking a function which we want to limit. So it is taking fn function as a parameter and also delay as a parameter. So here function is a function which we want to limit. Okay, and delay is the timer. So what this is doing, in line number 4, we have declared let variable and initialize it with zero value. And in line number 5, we are returning the function from this. So inside this throttle, we are returning one more function. Okay, and this function is taking argument. So this is an uh, rest parameter which will take as many number of argument you are passing in a comma separate value. It will take them and store it as an array. Okay, so this is a rest this type of parameter. So in line number 6 we have const now. So it is storing the current date, current timestamp. Okay, date dot now is giving the current timestamp. So what this will do, it is in line number 7, it will check if now minus last. So now means the current timestamp and the last timestamp. So if that difference is more than delay, suppose delay is 1 second, right? 1000 millisecond is 1 second. So delay is of 1 second we have given. So it will always check if the time that is now minus last is greater than delay. If yes, then it will call the function again. So that's how it is calling in the same interval. In every 1 second, it will call this function. So no matter what, multiple events, if you are scrolling, there are multiple events occurring at the same time. So no matter what, how many event occurs, it will only call a single function in every 1 second. So it will trigger, or suppose if there an API, so it will call an API in every 1 second, no matter how much this event gets triggered. Okay, so this is what throttle is. So now in line number 14, because we are taking a React.js example, so line number 14, this is a functional component that is getting created. So export default function scroll throttle. So export is, we are exporting this function, and default is, it is a standard way in React. If we want to uh, export the whole component, then we use default. Okay, so that we can import it with any name, and no curly braces is required to import these type of default functions, default components. Okay, so this is a React standard way. So there are two types of this export that we will see later video: named export and default export. So this is the default export example. So in line number 15, we have use effect. This we have seen in all the videos. We are using use effect. So use effect is for handling the side effects or attaching or detaching some events. So after render, so here we are, this in use effect we are calling handle scroll method. Okay, handle scroll is having throttle method. So throttle, when we call throttle this, so it returns in line number 5, it returns one function, right? So that function is getting stored in handle scroll, and that's how we are able to call this inside function, which is in line number 5 or line number 9. Okay, and also we are passing this 1000 as 1000 millisecond. So to this handle scroll, handle scroll equals to throttle, right? So this throttle, so to this throttle, what we are passing one function, this function arrow function, and also second parameter is 1000. So this throttle here, fn will take the this function arrow function, and this delay will take this 1000 millisecond as a parameter, right? And then whenever this function will be called, so it will console log this scroll by, and then we will print window dot scroll by. Okay, this we will see in console here, in the console window, in my right hand side you are seeing, right? Whenever I am scrolling it, it is printing it. So no matter how fast you scroll, it will only console log in every 1 second. So if I clear this off, and if I see, clear this off, and if I scroll it like this fast also, so no matter what it is, it will be doing only one, it will be console logging only one at a time. Why? Because we have provided 1 millisecond, 1 second, that is 1000 millisecond. Okay, and then under this use effect, we have window dot add event listener. So we are attaching our handle scroll method to our scroll event. So to window scroll event, we are attaching this handle scroll event. That's why it is able to call this function whenever we are doing window scroll. So this scrolling is a window scroll event, right? So whenever we are scrolling, that's why it is able to call handle scroll method. And in line number 21, we have return statement, which is a very good way of writing code. So what this will do, whenever this component will unmount, whenever this component will be destroyed, at that time it will deattach, it will remove this attached handle scroll. Okay, this saves the memory leak. And in line number 24, we are returning this div. So we have 200 viewport height, so that's how we are getting this long window with scrollable, and that's how we are able to see this, right? So let's again quickly summarize this. So what is happening in this throttle is, whenever this HTML that you see in line number 25 and line number 26. So here I have written scroll down to see throttle in action. So whenever you are scrolling it, so whenever you are scrolling this window, so it is calling your handle scroll. So how it knows to call handle scroll? In line number 20, here we have attached our handle scroll method to a window scroll event. So that's why it is calling your calling handle scroll method with window scroll event. And because window scroll event, whenever we are scrolling, it is firing multiple events, right? But it is getting called only one time in a second. Why? Because in handle scroll method we have passed 1000 millisecond, that is 1 second. And we are consoling this just to see in how much console log it will print, how much time our handle scroll will get called. We are consoling this just to see this. So let's see, if we are scrolling it, we are seeing it is getting printed in every 1 second. So I hope this is very clear to you now, and you must now differentiate between throttle and debounce and what are its use cases. So use case of a throttle is with scroll event you can play, and with debounce is wherever you want to, like mainly in the like Google type of search box, wherever you want, we want to wherever you want to fire an API when there is a gap of 500 millisecond. If you are typing very slow, then it will call in every this every delay. If suppose we have given 500 milliseconds, so it will call your API in every 500 millisecond. But if you're typing very fast, like if you are typing my name Shivraj, Shivraj, so after J, if you stop, so then if there is a gap of 500 millisecond, so after that it will quickly call this your API, right? So in case of debounce, but in case of throttling, if you type like Shivraj, or if you type any paragraph, so no matter what, when you stop, it will not check that. It will constantly trigger an API in each second. In each second. Why? Because we have provided 1000 millisecond. If we provide here 5000 millisecond, so in every 5 millisecond. If you provide 500 millisecond, so in every half second it will call. So this is a difference in throttle and debounce. I hope you are able to understand now, and please go through the notes if you want more explanation. So thank you guys, and please subscribe and keep liking, and also do comment. Thank you everyone.